Hi guys, you guys have been asking for me to do tarot readings for a long time. So I decided I would do one on my YouTube channel. I do them on my Instagram sometimes, on my stories. So definitely go follow me there for extra tarot readings. But we're gonna do a pick a card reading for an energy update for October. So I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna get your cards past, present, and future. We're gonna kind of go over the past and present energy a little bit, and then we're gonna pick more cards for the future placement to kind of give you an idea of what the rest of October is going to look like. So I'm excited for this. I've never done one of these on my channel. I've only done it on my Instagram story, like I said. So I'm excited. I hope this resonates for you. If it ends up resonating for you, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know so I know if you want me to do more. And we'll see if this is something that sticks around on the channel. I always do what you guys want me to do. So make sure, comment, interact with this video if these are the types of videos that you want to be seeing, so I know. Okay. So I'm going to show you the piles of the cards, and then you're going to pick whichever one you resonate with first. I would say whichever one you're initially drawn to, pick that one. Don't make it complicated. Whatever one you looked at first, grab that one. And that one's gonna be for you. Again, this is for a little bit of past energy, so I'm gonna go over September energy a little bit, and then present energy as in today, tomorrow, and the next day, and then we're going to go into the future energy, which again is going to be to the end of October. So if you're curious what to expect, all that kind of stuff, okay, let's go ahead and pick your cards. So, okay, here are your cards. So, this is going to be pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. And again, like I said, pick whichever one you were drawn to first. 1, 2, 3. I will go ahead and have the piles time-stamped in the comments and in the description box. And let's go ahead and get started with pile number 1. I don't know how to put this so you can see the cards, so bear with me. I'm going to show you them, I promise. So this is past, present, future. Okay, I'm gonna lay them out. Okay, so this is your spread. I will go ahead and insert a little thing of how your spread looks when I'm looking at it. Okay. So let's go past September energy. You have reversed 10 of Cups. You have motivation. And you have nothing is yet set in stone. I just want to say I kind of have this like gut feeling in my stomach. Like I have this like uneasy feeling almost in my stomach for your guys' pile. So it looks like for the September energy that we're picking up on, 10 of Cups is like ultimate family. You have everything you ever wanted. So you having it reversed makes me feel like you don't really know what you want. You're kind of like aimlessly drifting is how I feel. Like you don't really know what you want to settle on. You don't really have any motivation at the moment. You don't really know what you want to focus on. You don't really know what your 10 of Cups are. You don't really know, you didn't really know what was going to make you happy. You didn't know what your ultimate fulfillment was gonna look like. You know, you were in a phase of just being like, I'm not motivated. I guess I'm kind of thinking about what I want, but I don't really know. I'm sporadic. I'm everywhere. And just, yeah. Okay, that's for the past energy. For the current energy, okay. I feel like for this present energy, you're kind of feeling like you have stuff figured out. So you have the 7 of Wands. He's kind of like fiery, persevering, not too much. He's at a 7 out of 10. He's persevering. He's kind of fighting. And you have a fiery climax approaches. And then we have join in. Okay. So for this present energy, I feel like you are getting everything figured out. I feel like you think that you found a path that is like fiery, and you feel like in your gut this is what you're supposed to be doing, and maybe, yeah, this is what you're supposed to be doing for right now. But I just want to let you know, looking at your future energy, this is not something you're going to be doing for a long time. But and maybe it's kind of a distraction. Like, you kind of didn't know where you wanted to go, so you kind of just pick something and were like, ooh, this kind of sets me on fire a little bit, and you put your all into it. And it's not really something, I mean, this is for a lot of different people, but it just kind of feels like something that you're excited about now, but you're not going to be excited about in a couple weeks. Okay, so let's move into this future energy that we all want to know about. Okay. So this future energy for you guys, for pile number 1, this future energy, you have Page of Cups reversed. You have take the next step now. And you have adjustments are required. So for this pile, I'm getting that what you're focused on right now, what is making you feel fiery, has something to do with love, has something to do with a relationship. And if it doesn't, it has something to do with emotion. It's something that is very emotionally driven. But I'm really picking up on, like, maybe you were feeling lost and then you met this person and you were like, oh my gosh, like, this is my person. This is what I need to be focused on right now. But I just want you to know, if it's a person, in this moment, you are not at the right time in your life to be picking a person. So you were kind of lost and looking for something to make you feel good, looking for something to put your energy into, and then you found this person and you thought that this was going to be it. You thought that this was going to be what you're focused on at the moment, and it is what you're focused on at the moment, but this is just a distraction. It's kind of just keeping you away from what is really your passion and what you really should be focusing on, or what you want to be focusing on. I know being with people and being in relationships feel good, but sometimes we use them as a scapegoat. Sometimes we use them as like, oh, this person is making me feel better. But we need to learn to do that on our own. We need to find things like a career, find things like hobbies and stuff that make us want to be alive without another person being in our life. So I'm taking adjustments are required. This, I think you're just going to realize that a person is not what you should be looking for right now, and take the next step now. I would say, like, now is not the right time to be taking that kind of a step, a relationship step, an emotionally charged step. If anything, journal. If anything, write down your feelings. The next step that you need to be taking is just healing. Right now feels like a really healing time for you. It feels like right now you think you know everything. You think you know, you've grabbed onto this one thing and you're like, oh, this is what I've been wanting. This is what I've been needing. This is what I've been looking for. But it's very emotionally driven. I feel like you subconsciously think that this is going to solve some trauma for you. I think you're attracting this thing into your life because it's going to, you feel like it's going to heal something for you, but nothing can heal you besides you. So without going through the situation, you can heal it yourself if you just look at it. If you just look at the situation, journal about the situation. I always say journal because you can see your thoughts on paper instead of just thinking and being caught up in your thought patterns, and everything is kind of jumbled all over the place. With journaling, you can be like, okay, this is this, this is this, this is this, and read it back and be like, okay, this is what I think, and this is how I'm feeling. And it's just good to be keeping track of how you're feeling and acknowledge the feelings for what they are, so you don't kind of like go on to distracting tangents like that. I really resonate with this because I do this a lot. It's kind of just like clinging on to whatever passes you by, and you're like, okay, this is my next thing. This is my next thing. This is my next thing. When all along you had the next thing in you already, you know? There's nothing that you need to be looking for external to you. Just kind of sit with yourself right now. Now is a time, I feel like, for you of like surrendering, letting go of everything, letting go of what you think things are supposed to look like, and just embracing feeling lost, embracing not really knowing what you want to do right now, and just trying a bunch of different things. So when you try something, you don't have to get so attached to it and so fiery about it. Wow, I just hear something. Okay, I feel like this pile is very like distracted. It's very like can't hold on to one thing. Your energy is very like sporadic, but you know, that's okay. Like, we all go through a phase where we don't really know what we want to do, you know? And now's the time to just taste things. Do not put all of your eggs in one basket. This is not a time to put all of your eggs in one basket. This is a time to be like, okay, this is me today, and tomorrow I'm gonna be completely different. This is a time to take your days one day at a time. Take your life one day at a time and just kind of see how you're feeling that day. And the next day may be completely different, and that's okay. 2020 is a year of progress, a year of transformation. So today you could be someone, and tomorrow you could be someone completely different. So we're needing to get used to change, and we're needing to get used to the fact that today we're going to be someone different than we are tomorrow. And we're all, I mean, I feel like we're all in kind of a shadow work, kind of a lost situation, and we're kind of going in and out of that. So it's like we're in shadow work, and then we pop up for a little bit, and then we're in shadow work, and we're just kind of deep diving right now. And I think it's going to be like that for the rest of 2020, but definitely for the rest of October. But know you guys aren't alone. Know that everyone's going through this. Maybe we just need to learn to handle it, and to ride the wave instead of being attached to these little things that keep popping up, these little distractions. Find your goal, write down your goal for the next year, make it realistic. Yes, a miracle can happen, but you can't be banking on a miracle. So make a year plan, make something very realistic, very tangible, and focus on that goal to give you something to put your energy into. Make sure that goal is something that you're passionate about. Make sure it's something that is driving you, and focus on that, and don't let any of these little distractions that pop up throughout the way distract you. Don't let them distract you. Don't let them pull you off your course. So I would say my suggestion for you is to come up with a year plan. So, okay, so in a year, I want to be here, and split that down into quarters. So make goals for 3-month periods that add up to your year period. So I want to do this in 3 months. So you can pinpoint, and you can really focus on what you need to be doing. And everybody needs to focus. This isn't a divine masculine and a divine feminine polarity type of thing where it's like, okay, the feminine just needs to flow right now. No, like everybody needs to really be focusing right now and putting their energy into the bigger picture of things. So if you pick this pile, this is me picking up on the fact that you need to really, everybody listening to this pile right now really needs to be focused. If you're listening to this, be focused on the big plan that you have and write steps to get there. Like I said, 3 months, and that will give you something to laser focus into, and it will be harder to get distracted. Okay, I think that's all for you, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if this resonated with you, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more, and leave me a comment down below one thing I said that resonated with you. And I will see you in my next video. I love you guys. Let's move on to pile number 2. Okay, pile number 2. Like I told pile number 1, we haven't figured out the situation where you're going to be able to see the cards the entire time. So this is what we're working with right now. I will, of course, show you all of your cards, but if the camera works a little rusty, this is my first one of these videos, so bear with me. If you're excited to hear about your energy update for October, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and let's just get into it, okay? So, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to kind of go see what your September was like a little bit, and then that is going to be your past energy. And then we're going to go into your present, which is right now, present. And then we're going to go into your future energy, which is going to be for the length of October. So let's look at your past energy. Let's tune in here. Are you being prideful right now? I have the Chariot for you. I have full moon in Leo, don't let pride get in your way. And I have relationship dynamics. So when I look at these 3 cards paired up, I am seeing, first of all, I'm seeing that we're in a stage of integration. So we're in a stage of learning how to make something work. We're in a stage of like, okay, yeah, we've learned it, but I don't really know how to put it into action yet. We're kind of working out the kinks of putting our plans into action. So, okay, so for this past energy that I'm picking up for you guys, I'm feeling like you're in a relationship with something. It could be career, but I'm picking up a relationship where You're kind of getting prideful. Maybe you're arguing with someone a lot. Maybe you really have your armor up at this time. That's kind of what I'm seeing with the Chariot. The Chariot, he has all of his armor on. He's protected. He has his 2 thingies in the front protecting him. And when I see that in a relationship dynamic, I am just seeing that maybe you need to soften up a little bit. Don't let your pride get in the way of getting closer to someone. Don't let your pride get in the way of getting closer to someone. Trust yourself. I'm getting a energy of like, I'm not sure about this. Like, maybe I do need to double check. Maybe I haven't looked at every single thing enough. But I think you have. But again, this is past energy. I feel like the past energy was just very much uncertain. Very much run by ego and not wanting to let someone else like have their way, just always wanting to have your way. And that was kind of a protection for you. So in the past, you're in your integration phase, kind of realizing, maybe you were realizing this, that you're being very prideful and you can't keep relationships like that. Wow. Okay, so present. Okay, so in the present, you're kind of focused on security because we have the 4 of Pentacles. This guy is focused on security. He's focused on standing. He's focused on material foundations. He's focused on foundations in general. The number 4 in numerology is about foundations, about stability. When I think of the number 4, I think of a table. So all 4 legs are doing something. It's holding something up. You also have the card, expect powerful change. So I feel like you're in the mindset where you're about to change your mind. You have the card, changing your mind. So changing your mind about how you want to be living your life, changing your mind about what you want your life to look like. So now you're more focused on stability. You're more focused on being practical. You're more focused on, instead of focusing on something just magically happening and a miracle happening, you are focused on creating stability that is going to lead to powerful change in the future. You're focused on the slow route right now. You're focused on, okay, I'm going to lay this down because I'm going to have this forever. So whether that's in your career, I'm feeling money, we're very focused on ourselves right now. We're changing our mind on the fact that we need someone else to be there, and that we need someone else to be there to create a solid foundation. But we are starting to know that in reality, we create our solid foundation and everything really comes after that. So when we do create this solid foundation, I feel like this is what is giving us the motivation to keep doing this. Whenever we do create that solid foundation, we're going to be able to do all of these things that we want to be doing. We're going to be able to bring these people into our life. We're going to be able to have friends. We're going to be able to have a partner. We're going to be able to go on vacations. We're going to be able to do all of these things. But right now is not the time. Right now, we are setting the foundation. Right now, we are saving money. Right now, we are figuring out what career path we really want to zone in on. And we know that doing this and keeping this disciplined route is going to change our life, and we are expecting change. We are expecting powerful change with this. We see long-term fruits. We see the long-term fruits of our labor. We see that putting down your foundation is super important, and that it can completely change the course of your life. If I lay the foundation now versus if I lay the foundation in 5 years, that can completely change the outcome of my life and how the rest of my life goes. So you're realizing that right now in this moment. Wow. Okay, and now we're moving on to the future. We're moving on to October energy. We're feeling very fiery for October. But very, very fiery. Okay, we have the Page of Wands reversed. We have New Moon in Aries, it's time to take action. And we have body changes. Sorry, I'm having a little burp. So when I'm looking at these cards in the future position, I'm seeing that you're in a very action mindset. You're in a very, let's do this, let's get this done, let's change our life. Oh my gosh, this is such powerful energy right now. And with the Page of Wands, I'm seeing that this is something that you've been working on for a while. You're not working on something that is just fleeing. You're not working on something that is going to be dead in 3 weeks. You're working on something that is really, like we were talking about earlier, you're really working on your foundation, and you're really working on the things that are going to lead you to have a better life because you've planned those things out. And you're at the next step of, okay, I have all of these things planned out, and now it's time for me to take action. Now it's time for me to hone in on what I've been wanting to do. Now it's time for me to focus on my health. It's time for me to focus on things that are truly important, because what is truly important is our health. Because if we don't have our health, we don't have anything. If we don't have our health, we are not going to be here on this planet to get anything done. So you're realizing that. You're realizing, hey, like, I know going to the gym kind of sucks, but I gotta do it. And you're focusing on things that are going to last. I'm hearing last a lifetime. You're focusing on things that are going to last a lifetime. And right now you're taking more inspired action. You're taking fiery action. You're like, okay, this feels good, and I'm gonna trust this, and I'm gonna go with it. This pile number 2, yes, you trust yourself. This is the time to really put into action that trust in yourself. And if you have these little gut things that you want to be doing, make sure they are aligned with your solid vision. Make sure to be looking at your plan consistently. Make sure whenever you're taking action that it is something that aligns with your path. Don't lie to yourself. If it doesn't align with your path, don't do it. I would say drop it and move on. I kind of want to get another card for you guys. I didn't do this for them, but I want to get another moon card. So it's time to take action. What else does the future position of pile number 2? Hold your vision. What did I just say, you guys? Hold your vision. Hold what you really, really, really want to happen. That plan that you wrote down, that realistic plan that you know you can make happen, and you're so focused on this vision that you're gonna make a freaking miracle happen, okay? Wow, you're just grinding away at the things that really, really matter in life, and you need to be proud of yourself. Do not take a break yet. You're still moving. For October, you have a very fiery, very inspired action cards. So for October, I would say to be ready to be busy, to be ready to put a lot of action in. Be ready to be focused on your vision and to be doing things every single day that get you closer to that ultimate goal that you really want to reach, that you've written down and you've planned out exactly how you want to get there. Make sure that you're following the things that are setting you on fire, but make sure to keep following. Sorry, I'm like seeing this. I'm very like clairvoyant. I see a line, and I see you just like following this timeline of these sequence of events. It's like you have everything all planned out, and you're so ready to just go, to just, okay, I did this, and we're moving to the next dawn, to the next dawn, to the next dawn. And you're just laser focused on your goals, and you are gonna get there. Like, you are so close, but you don't even care how close you are because you are so focused right now. It's good to be focused. Take time to enjoy your life too. But I know what zone you're in right now, and you're creating all this momentum. Soak it up, okay? Enjoy the fact that you have all of this momentum, and enjoy creating. Enjoy creating whatever you're creating, because you've got this. And with all of this, something has to come out of it. I know you know this already, probably, but something has to come out of this. When you have so much fire, you have so much passion, so much inspiration, and so much just juice worked up behind it. It's like when you're on Mario Kart and you get a mushroom and it makes you go faster. It's like you have all of this momentum built up behind you. So you are going so fast right now, and you're just propelling towards your goals. I love the energy that you guys are having in October. Right now, it might seem mundane and boring, but you are really transitioning into really enjoying the mundane and boring, because you feel this energy. Any moment, something could pop off. Any moment, you know, like something could happen. And you're just seeing all of the possibilities. My nose ring keeps falling out during this reading, so I'm feeling like paying attention to details is maybe something you should do a little bit more. Maybe slow down a little bit and just pay attention to the details a little bit more, because you don't want to be making mistakes. It's something repetitive, something that keeps happening, because it happened to me a couple times, and it's something annoying. Pay attention to the annoying little details. And just make sure that you're not just blazing through, and make sure to slow down and to enjoy it a little bit and pay attention to the finer details. Yes, be inspired and be on fire, but at the same time, it's okay to slow down and to make sure you're doing things correctly. You can do things with so much fire and so much inspiration that you might just blaze through it and not enjoy the process. So make sure you're enjoying the process too. That's what we're here for. Remember that. We're here to enjoy the journey. Yes, it's exciting to make progress and get to the destination, but we're really here for the journey. Don't worry. The thing that you're going after is coming. You are really getting there. You are really making leeway. You're really making progress. So it's okay to take a deep breath. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to meditate. It's okay to journal. Do something to make you slow down a little bit. Yeah. Kind of get yourself a little bit leveled out, okay? Just, that's for future. Just, you might need to incorporate some things to kind of keep you stable, because the October energy is feels like it's gonna kind of blow you away a little bit. So make sure to keep your feet planted firm on the ground, but also go with this inspired energy and follow the inspired action. But just make sure not to get burnt out. Okay? That was it for pile number 2. Again, I'm stumbling over my words, so I'm feeling that you just need to pay attention to details. Focus on your health too. Focus on your health. Don't get too caught up in whatever work stuff you're doing. Make sure you're taking time to go to the gym. Make sure you're taking time to stretch. Make sure to take time to focus on your mental health and meditating and doing all of the things that we really should be doing to take care of this vessel that we're in, because if you don't have your body, you don't have anything. Okay, if you liked this reading, if it resonated with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends if you think it would resonate with someone else. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more readings like this. Thumbs up this video if you want to see more readings like this, so I know what kind of videos you guys want to see. I like your feedback. I like to know what you want from me. Comment down below what your favorite thing that I said today in your reading was, what you resonated most with. And I will see you in the next reading. If you want to turn on my post notifications, you can totally do that, and you will be notified for every single video that I post. And yeah, let's move on to pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. Like I told the other 2 piles, excuse the kind of janky setup I have here. Of course, I'm going to show you all of your cards. I just haven't figured out how to set up the video so you can see me and the cards at the same time. So I will be holding up the cards simultaneously while talking to you guys about the cards, and then I will put a little video over whenever I'm editing, so you can see all of the cards at once. Hopefully I figure out how to put the setup to where you can see your cards at the same time, but we're not there yet. This is the first one that I've done. So if you're excited for your reading, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that already. And let's get into your reading. I just want to say initially, moving from pile number 2 to pile number 3's energy. So your energy is kind of more hyper focused. You're a little bit more hyper analyzed. Maybe you're a little bit more nitpicky on yourself right now. So that's just the overall energy I'm feeling. Past, present, and future. I'm just feeling like maybe you nitpick yourself too much sometimes. And maybe you're not too sure of yourself sometimes because you nitpick yourself, and because your inner critic is so rude and so mean to you sometimes. So I'm kind of feeling a more gentle energy, and I'm feeling a more like you're very self-aware, but maybe to the point of being hypercritical of yourself. So maybe soften up on yourself a little bit more is the overall energy that I'm getting. But like I said at the beginning of this video, if you didn't watch it, I'm gonna go past, present, and future. So we're gonna talk about how the energy has been feeling for you September up to now. So that's going to be your past. And then we're going to go into our present energy, so you at the present moment. And then we're going to go into our future energy, which is going to be to the end of October. So let's do your past energy. So this is how you have been really feeling up to now. Maybe a couple weeks ago, you have been feeling like this. So within the past couple weeks, you've been maybe feeling a little bit cloudy, not really knowing what direction to go in, but maybe also just feeling like your intuition is a little bit clouded. You have the High Priestess reversed. So I'm just feeling like your intuition is clouded, but maybe you're just ignoring it. Maybe I'm feeling some like stubborn energy. We have the card leaving. And we also have a time to give rather than take. So I feel like maybe you're feeling a little stubborn in the past. And you were feeling like you really needed this to go your way. You really wanted to leave something. You really wanted to leave a situation. But I think deep down you knew that it wasn't for your highest good. And maybe you are just running with your ego a little bit. And in the past, you were being I don't want to say selfish, but we have a new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. So, maybe you feel like you have been giving too much and you want to leave the situation because you feel like you've been giving too much. Huh? Okay, so maybe that's two different scenarios. I definitely picked up strongly on both of them, so take what resonates, don't take what doesn't. But I think for both scenarios, definitely have not been listening to your intuition. Kind of trying to ignore it and trying to, it's that energy of like, I know what I need to be doing. Like I need to go get this. It's more of an action energy rather than I'm going to sit here and listen to myself. I'm going to sit here and listen to my own energy. This is more of like, I know best. I know what's going to be good for me. But maybe it's not. Okay, so let's move to the present energy. Honestly, this energy is very like, nah, I couldn't really care less. Like this energy is very like, nah. Very like, you don't care how things go. Maybe a little bit like apathetic. It's like, either way, I'm still here. We're just kind of here, you know? Okay, so let's see. In the present, you have 7 of Pentacles reversed. You have, you are stronger than you know. Keep the faith. And your dreams need a practical plan. So for this one, for the other 2 piles, I picked only 3 cards, but this one had an extra card jump out. So those are the You're Stronger Than You Know and Keep the Faith card. We had an extra one jump out. So usually you would have only gotten one of these, but this one jumped out too. So I'm thinking that you really need some encouragement right now. I feel like you're in a season where you need to keep going. You're in a season where you are kind of looking back on your life, but in a negative way. You're looking back on the things that you've done and you're like, I'm not really happy with this. I'm not really happy with how this has turned out. I feel like I kind of need to start over, but I don't want to start over because I'm already so far into this. With the 7 of Pentacles, it's like I'm already 7 pentacles deep, but like it's reversed. So it's like I'm not really happy, but I'm already 7 pentacles deep. Why would I start over? But this just isn't really fulfilling to me. This isn't really what I want to be doing. This isn't really resonating for me anymore. And then, like I said, you have to keep the faith and you are stronger than you know. This is saying that like, okay, yeah, maybe you're 7 pentacles deep. Maybe you are 7 out of 10 of the way done. But that doesn't mean you can't start over and find something that actually makes you very, 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 very happy. You know, like, just because you're so far down this one path doesn't mean that all of this was wasted. It doesn't mean that you did all of this for no reason. Just because this didn't turn into fruit, just because you're working on something and it's not going to work out, doesn't mean that you did all of that for nothing. Like all of these things, these 7 pentacles that you've been dealing with, you're 7 out of 10 of the way done. Those 7 pentacles that you're done with are now learning lessons that you get to keep in your back pocket. And you get to keep these 7 lessons. It's like you're on level 7 and you want to be on level 10. But you're on level 7 of the wrong game. You're on level 7 of a completely different game that you don't even want to be playing and you're not having a good time at. And your team, your angels, your spirit guides, they want you to know you're stronger than you know and to keep the faith that life is worth living. Life is worth living. Life is worth being on level 1 of a game that you actually want to be playing versus being on level 7 of a game that you don't want to be playing. And yeah, you've gotten really good at this game, but you don't want to be playing it anymore. Maybe you're at a job and you're so far at this job, or maybe you are getting a degree and you feel like you are so far. You're on level 7 of almost completing this job, or almost being at the highest level of this job, or almost at the highest level of education you want to reach, or whatever it is. And you're like, this isn't making me as happy as I thought it was. And the angels are validating to you that, yes, you're right. This isn't what lights you on fire. And maybe you do need to, go after what actually sets you on fire. Maybe while you're getting this degree, maybe while you're at this job, or maybe you quit this job, or maybe you quit this degree. This is going to be a decision all up to you. But it's time to figure out what your real plan is. Don't put it off any longer just because you don't want to be wrong. You're on the wrong game, girl. You got to jump on the right game. So what is the right game? What game do you want to be playing? You know, like, this game ain't it for you. So what game is it for you? Your dreams need a practical plan. What dream are we going to be following, girly, boy? What dream are we going to be following? So what lights you up? Go back to your childhood. What did you do? So when I ask my parents, describe me as a child, they say that I would dance around and sing, and I would perform, and I would, you know, talk a lot. And I was very like, look at me. Like, I wanted to be on camera, that kind of stuff. So ask your parents, ask the people that were around you when you were younger what you were like. Think back to when you were younger, think back to what you liked to do, and kind of combine that with like what you like to do now, and follow down that path. Make sure that path is lighting you up. That's kind of where you are right now. I feel like you're at this point where it's like, this ain't working. I don't want to do this anymore, but I don't know what I want to be doing. Okay, so let's move into this future energy. I'm so excited. You have the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So you have 9 cups. For the rest of October, you're really going to be thinking about what makes you fulfilled. You're really going to be thinking about and getting excited about what you want your life to be. This is you sitting on your throne thinking about, what are my 9 of Cups? What really is my wish fulfillment? If I could have any life, strip down the ego. If I could have any life, what would I really want? And we have family changes. So do you want kids? Do you not want kids? Do you want a family? Do you want a husband? Do you want a wife? What kind of relationships do you want in your life? What kind of career do you want in your life? It's like starting that foundation. You're starting to think of, like, what is my wish fulfillment? And you're starting to get curious about it, and you're starting to follow it with curiosity instead of following it with stress. This isn't something to be stressed out about. Life is something that you should be having fun with. So you're thinking about this in such a fun way. You're being playful with it. You're like, ooh, do I want to do this? Playing with the idea of kids, playing with the idea of having a family, playing with the idea of whatever it is. And then once you figure out what that is, you're going to have to make a plan. So again, your dreams need a practical plan. That's going back to the present pile, but really your dreams, you got to make that plan now. So for the rest of October, you can be excited and you could be motivated to be working on those plans, and you can have confidence in your plans. You got to have the plan, because without it, you cannot have confidence. You can't have confidence without knowing what you are doing. So you need a very, like, write down a plan. It needs to be a plan that you're going to follow every single day. And it needs to be a plan, maybe like I told group 2, Make a year plan, a realistic year plan. No wishes, a realistic plan. Break that up into quarters. So then break your goals further down into 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, and then work from there. But definitely this is a time to be confident with what you're doing. Be trusting yourself. If you're feeling good, you should be trusting that. This is a time to be feeling good and to be thinking about the things that really make you feel good. Maybe trying things and being like, does this make me feel good or does this not make me feel good? And just, this is a time of experimentation. The rest of October for you, group number 3, is a time of experimentation. A time of, do I like this? Do I not? What do I like? What do I want more of in my life? What do I want less of in my life? And be confident with making these changes. Maybe people are gonna look at you like you're crazy because you're completely reconstructing your life, but that's what we gotta do to get to where we wanna be. We gotta, what's it called when they tear down the house? We gotta tear down the house before we can build a new one. So just remember to stay confident. Remember that maybe people will look at you like you're crazy. Maybe people won't understand, but you're gonna understand yourself. That's why it's important to have a plan. Right now, I'm gonna just tell you how important it is gonna be for you to have a plan so you don't get distracted. And you gotta have this plan because when people question you, you gotta know why you're doing what you're doing so it doesn't set you off track. People in your life are gonna question you because they love you, but you gotta know like why you're doing this, or you will let them, you know, like push you off track because you won't know what you're really going after and you'll think they're right. So this is the time until the end of October. You're gonna be needing to flex that confidence muscle. Make sure right now you're taking the time to be informed about what you really want to do. So in the coming weeks, you can be very confident about that and you can be able to tell your family about what you want to be doing, and you're not going to be pushed in a corner because you don't know what you're talking about. Just make sure you know what you're talking about. Make sure you have a solid plan and make sure you're excited about it so that no one else can change your mind. Maybe I will pull one more card for you. Pile number 3 for the future. Pile number 3 for the future. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one. Welcome to new. Yeah, trying new things. Seeking and finding, trying new things, just being like, hey, is this something I want? Is this something I like? Not being too attached to the idea and just having fun in your life. Just having fun, trying new things. Right now is not the time to take things too seriously. So just make sure you're flowing. I get the very like let's just bounce. Let's be the Fool card right now. Let's be on this little adventure and not know where we're going and figure out what we want to do with it. Because this is your life and you get to create what that is for you. And right now you may not be seeing too far in the future. So you got to try new things to be able to see further in the future. You got to try new things. You got to taste new things to know what you even want to be doing. You can't just know if you've never tried it. Step outside of your comfort zone with confidence and you will get your 9 of Cups. Be thinking about your 9 of Cups. Be manifesting. Be visualizing. Just be excited. October is a time to be excited. Okay. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want me to do more of these readings, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what your favorite thing I said today was, what the thing I said that resonated with you the most was. Make sure to let me know if you like these readings so I can do more of them if you enjoy them. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn the post notification bell on so you'll be notified every time I have a video, because my videos tend not to show up in subscription boxes. So you gotta turn those post notifications if you want to get all of my uploads. But yeah, that's all for today's video. Again, make sure to thumbs up this video so I know if you guys like this style of video, if you want me to do more tarot readings. Follow me on Instagram for many readings on my stories occasionally, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. Thanks for being here while I try some new shit out on my channel. I love you.